Welcome back to the Triple XP Arcade, the podcast where nerd culture levels up. We're here to press X on all things nerdy, so grab a token, press start, and let's rack up some
Triple XP!
Today in the arcade, as always, we have myself, Drew.
Hey everyone, you have Lex logged in.
What's up? It's Gigs.
It's the end of the year. Can you guys believe it? Last day of the year, we have gone through an entire 2025 of nerdiness. So we've got a lot of stuff to recap today, but I can't believe how quickly this year went. I feel like it was just the other day. It was New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah.
This is the longest year of my life, I swear to God.
In a good way or a bad way?
Both. I would say
In a
both.
both, okay.
It's a lot of stuff happening. It was a very, very eventful year.
This was an action-packed year, for sure. I think that's part of the reason why I feel like it went by so quick, is there were just so many big things that happened throughout the year, and a lot of nerd stuff that we've done throughout the year. So today's episode is just going to be a recap of what 2025 looked like at the Triple XP Arcade. We're going to be talking about gaming specifically today, and I think a really good way to kind of walk down the memories of 2025 is Gigs and Lex actually have a yearly, I want to call it a resolution, but is that what you guys would call it? A resolution or a tradition, or what would you guys call this?
It 100% started as a resolution.
Yeah.
As a resolution. Okay.
Yeah.
2023 resolution. Specifically.
2023. And Lex, maybe walk us through what the resolution was in 2023.
Yeah, so the resolution Gigs and I had was the goal was to beat one game a month, because what we had previously was we kept purchasing games, playing it for a couple minutes, maybe a couple hours, and then putting it down, and then forgetting about it, and then seeing another sale, and then picking up more games. And then playing it for like 10 minutes, you're like, all right, I'm good, and then putting it down again. And that was like for the last 10 years, maybe, since we became adults with careers.
With money to spend.
We had disposable money, but then we lost out on time.
Gosh, okay, so this has been since 2023. You started this resolution. Now I think is transitioned to like a tradition of some sorts, because you continue to do this every year, right?
Yes, yeah.
We send each other screenshots of
the credit.
Of the credits of every game that we beat now. And we try and be like, and we always try and, like, sometimes there are some months that are tough, and we try and sneak it in, last couple days.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. And now before we even dive into your 2025 lists, the Steam Winter Sale has kicked off. Have either of you bought any new games for the Winter Sale?
Literally an hour ago. Yes, I did. Terrible.
What did you buy, Gigs?
So one of them was one that we were actually talking about the other day. I bought that game called Absalom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, after we played Cosmic Invasion, I've been on a bit of a beat-em-up kick, and I was thinking about, you remember that game Dragon's Crown? I think was what it was called?
PS3.
Oh, man. Yeah, I love that game, but it's not been re-released on any modern platform, which is a shame. But apparently Absalom is very similar in terms of like the beat 'em up RPG aspects, but the animation looks really good. So yeah, I picked it up. And then I also picked up a kind of city builder. I guess it's more of a dungeon builder. You're like I don't know if you're like a cult or something, but you're making your own like dungeon for adventures. It's hard to explain, but it's called Mind Over Magic. It's by Clay. I think that's the name of the developer. They make like Don't Starve and some of those other smaller indie games that are really, really popular. So yeah, I picked up those two.
Nice. I actually saw. How do you say it again? Absalom?
It's spelled Absolum. Absalom.
Absalom?
Absolum, maybe. I have no idea.
Absalom? I saw that it was on sale for the Switch as well, so I was going to actually pick that up today also, because I've heard really, really great things. Like, as you said, the hand-drawn animation looks really, really clean, and it's weird because this entire year I've heard nothing about this game until Cosmic Invasion came out a couple weeks ago, and then I kept hearing and seeing on YouTube, if you like Cosmic Invasion, if you're into these beat 'em up things, you have to try Absum. This is like one of the best indie games of the year, and I can't believe I've never heard of it until literally December. So
I think it was recently released. Like, I want to say October is when it was officially like the 1.0 release, but it's been in early access for a while. I've had it on my my Steam wish list for a really long time. So
okay. Yeah, we'll have to try that together as well. It's only 2-player, I think, local co-op, but we can definitely boot that up together and rock a few runs because it's a roguelite. So
maybe not. I bought it on Steam because it was. I looked up
crossplay.
Hopefully, there's crossplay, but
we'll get together. We'll play it on first. We'll have it on the Switch.
Yeah, because the one thing I heard is that there's no Switch 2 update yet. So it's still Switch 1 performance yet.
Okay. Cool. Lex, did you buy anything on the Steam Winter Sale?
Not yet. I have a couple things in my cart. They're mainly horror games that I want to try out. Because I try out horror games. Yeah, December, or my time here in the hometown is kind of like horror games at night.
Nice.
Last year I beat Resident Evil 2. And then this year, I got Resident Evil 3 earlier, thanks to Gigs.
Nice.
But then I have Mortuary Assistance. Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
There was another one. I can't remember the other one, but they're just in the cart right now. I don't know if I want to necessarily commit to it, because I feel like it's a curse to buy these games, too. Like, very superstitious. It's not good to have horror games.
To be honest...
Yeah,
I have a huge backlog of horror games for this year. So I think 2026 is going to be horror game year for me. I have like 20 on the docket. They're all short, but they're like, there's a lot.
So we're going to have a really content-packed October 2026 of our episodes, it sounds like.
Featuring Gigs.
It depends how scarred I am, if I'm able to speak.
And Lex, when you play your horror games here, your brother still just likes to chill out and watch while you play.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the better way to do it. You take the back seat, you get rid of the jump scares, and you just it's live Twitch streaming is what it is.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's streaming before Twitch.
Yeah, you got to make sure your brother subscribes.
Yeah, exactly right.
to you as a human, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. The wife usually watches as well, but she doesn't pay as much attention and she doesn't get scared, so it's not as fun.
Nice. All right, let's jump into our... I know you both have kept better records of this, so I'm going to kind of hop in and out because for context, I am not as dedicated as these two gentlemen here. I am not able to keep up with beating a game per month. This is primarily due to my patience or my attention capacity to beat a game. So I've beat a handful of games this year, but definitely not one per month. But let's start with January. Lex, you kick us off. What game was your January game that you beat?
I beat 2 games in January, Resident Evil 2 and Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door.
Nice.
Oh. Is Paper Mario is that a new one, or is that the first Paper Mario for the Switch?
It's the remaster of the GameCube one. So Thousand Year Door came out on GameCube, I think in like 2004 maybe, and then they had remade it last year. Last year, and then it's one of my favorite games of all time. So that was a must replay, and I couldn't remember anything because the first time I played it. Long. Yeah, 20 years.
20 years, man.
20 years.
Yeah, plus or minus a few.
One of your favorite games of all time?
Yeah, that's in the top list. I also have a fun memory to it, too, of how I got it.
Yeah.
I actually, like, back in the day, you used to get flyers at your door. So there was the Best Buy Future Shop flyers that came to the house. and I showed my dad what game I wanted, just in general. Like, this is the game I want to have. So then my dad ended up buying it, but he didn't give it to me directly. He hid it somewhere in my room.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. And the place he hid it was, I had this old, like, dresser or cabinet dresser. Like, it was like a little 2-drawer dresser.
Yeah.
He hid it below inside the dresser. So you have to take out the
You
drawers
actually have
themselves.
to take out the drawer. Yes,
Yeah,
that's so smart.
Yeah, so that's where he hid it.
Like, did he
Now-
tell you he hid it, or was it like you just came upon it?
I can't come upon that. I don't think I've ever taken out drawers.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
That'd be very
Yeah, so he
specific.
told me it was somewhere in the room.
That's awesome. Just so he just was like, "Hey, the game that you want," or did he tell you that it was the game, or did he just tell you there's something hidden in your room?
Yeah, there's something hidden in my room. It's a game hidden somewhere in my room, and
Oh my
I think I'm
gosh.
pretty sure I knew what it was, but the hunt for it was a game in itself. So I have like special memories tied to that game, and that
Yeah.
game story was fantastic, gameplay's fantastic. Everything about it is such a great game.
Yeah, that's an adorable story. Hey, pro tip: if you have kids, maybe a great way to get your kids to clean their room. If if you hide something in there and you're like, it's hidden in there, so you have to find it.
Yeah.
They'll either clean their room to find it, or they will tear their room apart. So it can go one of two ways. So
Hit or miss.
play it by your kid's personality. I think is the plan. How long did it take you to find it?
Ooh, that was a while. It wasn't like an hour or so. I think it was like maybe a couple days.
Was a course of days.
Yeah, yeah. Like no hints or anything, right? So it
Yeah.
it existed somewhere in the room. So you just had to go like piece by piece.
I gotta say, as a quick detour anecdote, I really love the way your family gifts each other things. Because one of my memories from when we were growing up, and maybe not as kids, but as we were in university, so we were a little bit older still, but your brother would always get you really cool gifts, but I remember he would give you like a card with like an advanced complex mathematical
yeah.
problem to solve, and it would say like solve it, and then
Yeah.
you get your gift. And it would take you some time to solve these problems, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because I wasn't good at it. Like my degree, I had a perfect 2.0 at the end of my career at university.
Nice.
A perfect 2.0. I think they rounded up from like a 1.95 maybe.
Hey, man.
Maybe.
That's still a 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Still a two, right?
Even maybe 1.7, but anyways, yeah. Yeah, took me a while.
So I want our listeners to kind of have some context onto what we're talking about here, because I feel like when I say that, they might be thinking I'm talking about like a skill testing question where it's 2 times 10 divided by 6 plus 5 equals, and then you just solve it. But can you give us like a little bit of like a sample, Lex, of like what some of these problems were?
Yeah, they were more towards pure math problems versus like applied math. And just for reference, there are 3 types of math. So there's general mathematics, applied mathematics, and pure mathematics. And pure math is... Ouch.
Who's that?
But yeah, that's true.
I think somebody came to my office.
But yeah, there's those 3 in general, and the hardest of the 3 to me was pure math, because it's not equations, it's theorems. And the one I'll always remember, it's one of the questions that is most common. It's prove square root 2 is irrational by using proof of contradiction.
Disgusting.
That's the question.
That's like identities and stuff, right?
I don't remember. I don't want to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like weird, crazy stuff. Like A equals this whole matrix, and you have to like, oh, it's too much. I got like a 1.3 in that course.
Yeah.
So did you end up getting that gift, Lex, at least?
No, it's probably still in his room somewhere.
kept it for like over 15 years.
Yeah, that was also an exam question on one of my courses, and I left it blank as well. So I remember that. It's also like the main one you have to like practice too.
Yeah,
because you have to like prove. You have to prove it to be rational by proving it's irrational, or something like that. Something weird.
Yeah,
and it never clicked in my mind. So that's one of the maybe easier questions I got.
Well, I appreciate your brother's commitment in withholding that gift until he got you the original Game Boy, and it's still...
Yeah, I have ChatGPT now. Maybe I'll pop it in and see.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what 1994 gift has been waiting in storage for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. All right. Gigs, what was your January looking like?
Oh, I also beat a bunch of games in January. So the tradition started as one game a month, but that's like our minimum now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Lex, you've probably beat north of, I would say, like what, 16 to 20 games? I'd say
Since we started.
No. Since this year. Like one a month plus, because you usually send me a couple screenshots.
Yeah, like there's a couple.
Because there's
It's a
short
hit and
ones
miss.
too.
Yeah, we can get into it when we get to the month, but yeah, there's definitely a couple months where I played more than one game and beat more than one game.
Yeah. So, for instance, for January, I beat 5 games.
Oh,
And
damn.
yeah,
Holy-
but
okay.
the thing is, like 3 of them were fairly short. You know, couple hours, 3 hours
Okay.
max, sort of thing. But like the defining one for me in January was the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh, you guys were on separate stories for Resident Evil. Oh, actually, one quick follow-up question, Lex. You said you beat Resident Evil 2. Was it
Yeah.
the OG or was it the remake?
The remake.
The remake, okay.
Yeah, the nice graphic ones.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. And Gigs, you redid Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah.
Okay, nice, okay.
Yeah. I beat a bunch of the Resident Evils. This was a horror year, actually. Now that I look at my list, I guess I'm kind of obsessed with them right now and into 2026. But yeah, so January, I actually also beat Resident Evil Revelations 2. So there's 2 Resident Evils in January.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, do you want me to list all of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
you beat
geez.
5. Give them
Oh,
some
okay.
credit.
Okay, so the shorter ones were a game called Astabreed, which is like a 3D version of like a shmup, kind of like
Okay,
Star Fox.
What I heard was ass to breed. Is that what
It's
it's
very close. It's spelled ASTEBREED.
Oh, okay, ass to breed. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, what
No,
game
I mean,
was this from?
this is a PG podcast. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, Gigs,
Whoops.
bring those games up in here.
Earmuffs. I also beat Shank, which is like an old side scroller beat 'em up. It's okay. It was kind of fun.
Okay.
And another game called The Final Station, which is like a cute little indie horror survival game.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like you play a lot of indie games. Hey, Gigs, I know you're, like, as you're going through the cycle, you play a lot of, or you beat, rather, I should say, but I'm sure you play as well. But you beat a lot of games that are, like, on the indie scene or games that I've just never heard of. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, I think that comes from I prefer handheld gaming nowadays, and a lot of indies run on the Steam Deck or even the Switch. So it's just like
Yeah.
those are the ones that I have time and the convenience to play, so I play them.
Yeah. I think that's maybe one thing that our listeners maybe should know going into this. I might be wrong, depending on what else you both have beaten this year, but I don't feel like the three of us play a ton of the AAA titles. You know, like, have you played Elden Ring? You might have played Elden Ring, Gigs.
I definitely did. I've never beaten it because I lost interest a little bit. I would say like 80 hours into it, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's the grind is starting to get to me, and I took a break, but then I just never went back to it.
Yeah. And then, Lex, you've never touched it?
Never. No. It
Yeah.
looks way too hard.
Yeah.
Like there was one video I sent Gigs where your character was just climbing up a ladder, and then he gets smoked by a giant spear while he's climbing up the ladder. So he gets hit, and he turns around, and the boss has to be like 14 kilometers away. And I'm like, how does a boss have this kind of distance, first of all, with this kind of accuracy, and you're supposed to beat it later on? I'm like, that's not very fair.
You have to be pretty hardcore to
Yeah.
to play Elden Ring. I feel like.
Honestly, Elden Ring is super fun, and if you guys ever did play it, I think I can carry you through a good chunk of the game. There's only certain parts of it where you have to solo things.
Oh, so you can play like online with people?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird online. It's hard to describe. It would take me a while to explain it, so I won't get into it on the podcast.
Okay.
But yeah, it's more like I come into your game to assist you, as opposed to a full co-op experience.
Okay. Well, I'll keep an eye out for a nice deep sale for that one, because
I honestly don't think you'll have the patience for it. It is a very long and difficult game, even if you're good at it.
well, here's the deciding factor. Even if I'm willing to entertain it, do I have to create my character when you start the game?
Yes.
Fast. All right.
You could just do defaults to everything and then just go from there.
I guess that is true. That is a valid strategy, but I feel like I get that decision paralysis when I have to create. And then I don't want to just play a default character because I want to feel connected to them.
Yeah.
But then this is the whole Skyrim situation where I spent, an hour and a half trying to create my character, and I was like, you know what, forget it. I don't want to play this game anymore.
What about this? You have a wife that can do that for you, and she enjoys doing that kind of stuff. So she can create your character for you, and then you just play it. What about that?
I love that idea, actually. I'll have to see if I can pitch it to her. I don't know if it'll be too difficult of a pitch, because you're right, Gigs. I think that sounds like something that she would be definitely into. But ooh, I like that. Okay. I'm gonna jot that one down so I can maybe try tackling a AAA. the only game I've had the patience to create a character for was Final Fantasy XIV. I was committed to playing that, and I was like,
Totally
I'm
fair.
gonna create my character. But outside of that, that was it. I actually did. I beat a game in January also.
Yeah, you did.
I might have them in the wrong order, but in January, I believe I beat Mega Man X. I've beat it before in the past, but at that time, we were joking with each other about my inability to beat the Mega Man games, and we will talk more about the Mega Man games in another episode. But I revisited Mega Man X, and it took me maybe, without exaggeration, maybe 4 or 5 times longer to beat it than both Gigs and Lex. I remember I told them, I messaged you, Lex, and I said, yeah, I'm going to start playing Mega Man X. I'm going to try and beat it this month. And then you messaged me like an hour and a half later.
Yeah, it was like an hour later.
Yeah, with the completion screen.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like, yep, I beat it. And I was like, and I responded with, I can't remember the order I'm supposed to beat these bosses. So I was like 3 or 4 bosses in, and I had beaten them all with just the X Buster. And you sent me I beat the game. And then I gave up. So I think it took me like a week or two to end up beating it. But yeah, Mega Man X was my January game. So started off pretty rough on the Drew household side of things, but cruising into February. Let's start with you this time, Gigs. What did you beat in February?
So I beat 2 games in February. I beat Resident Evil 7 and 8. So that's Village and...
Damn.
Is it the one after Village? Yeah.
No.
Village is 8. So I beat 7 and then Village. Yeah.
Is Resident Evil 7 just called 7?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think that it just has that, the text.
I think it was like the
V.
official
that's right.
reset of it, right? It's like the
Yeah.
restart of the franchise from all those action-y ones to now, like, this is a horror game.
Yeah, 7 is the scariest Resident Evil, hands down. I was stressed out of my mind playing that game. It is extremely good. I put it up there with one of my favorites now in terms of the Resident Evils, but ooh, man, that game is terrifying. You guys remember the VR experience, Lex?
Oh yeah, the kitchen.
Yeah.
The kitchen.
Yeah.
It's like that, but all the time. It's really good.
But you didn't play 7 in VR, did you, Gigs?
No, I don't have a VR headset, nor would I think my stomach could handle it. I would probably be in the hospital getting my stomach sucked out or something.
Okay, and how did 8 compare in that horror level? Was 8 pretty scary too?
No, 8 was not. So if I were to compare it, 8 is to 7 what 4 is to 2. If that makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
More
So
action.
it's like, it's more action oriented.
Gotcha.
And it's very noticeable that they take a lot of the things that people liked about 4 and they put it into 8. So it's almost like what is it called? Fan service, I guess, or like you know how the Star Wars episode 7 was just like a rehash of a bunch of episode 4 ideas.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of like that. So Resident Evil 8 took a lot of the same ideas from 4 and then just put that in a first-person Resident Evil. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, Lex, what Resident Evil games did you beat in February?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The trauma of Resident Evil was enough from the first one. Resident Evil 2, I threw out my back from a jump scare.
Oh man!
like
Like
a genuine jump scare. Gotcha.
Yeah. Like I jumped so hard, I couldn't even pause the game. So I think my character died.
Oh no.
Yeah, because like it hurts so much, I couldn't really move. But that one sucked.
Was that when Mr. X is chasing you in the halls?
Yeah, because it was like in a safe area. Like I've been through that hall so many times before, and like I knew where Mr. X was at the time too. So I'm like, oh, I'm safe. And then out of nowhere, he just blasts through the wall, and holy smokes, that was mind-boggling and scary.
Yeah.
So did you take a step away from the horror games for February?
Oh, sure did.
Okay.
February, I beat Sifu.
Oh, nice.
You fully beat it?
Fully beat it. Yeah. Only
Wow.
took me forever to beat that game.
That's what I was about to ask. How long? Like, do you know roughly how long it took you?
Maybe 15 to 20 hours, at least.
Oh, okay. That's not bad at all.
I think the game is supposed to be only like 8 hours long, though.
That's what
but
I
I-
was told, but
Yeah, I kept dying.
yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, like the boss battles are ridiculously hard. There's like patterns you have to understand. And then when you get older, you get stronger, but your life is shorter. So I'm like, you're becoming more of a glass cannon.
Yeah.
And like, you have to unlock more stuff. So it got hard. Very hard.
I've put in about the same amount of time, I think, as you have in Sifu, but I've
Oh.
not got anywhere close because I die a lot. And if I've not beat it, that one's still on the pending list for me.
Is it like a roguelike, or is it like, do you unlock benefits on further runs? I guess is my question.
Yep. The more runs to do,
Yeah.
the stronger you get.
Okay.
When I played it, if anyone's played Sifu, the thing that I remember wishing was that I wish that was a John Wick game. Like the mechanics and how it plays, minus the roguelike mechanics and like the story building around Sifu, but just the core mechanic of the fighting. And I was like, this would be such an awesome John Wick game. So I'm still waiting for a good John Wick game because the movies were
Amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they would translate so well to video games. So Sifu, if anyone's listening, John Wick sponsor us.
Yeah.
If any developers are listening, look into that. Sifu core fighting mechanics for a John Wick branded game.
And they could make it a ballerina as a skin. What's her name? Ana de Amas. That would be pretty sick.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
I've not seen
watched
it
it.
either. No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
I'm surprised both of you guys haven't seen it.
Is it good, Gigs?
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Okay. And you liked the other John Wick?
Yeah, I liked all of them.
Nice.
I watched Ballerina in the theater, so it was fun.
Ooh,
It was a fun action
Nice.
movie. Yep.
And Lex, that was the only one that you beat, just Sifu for February?
Just Sifu, yeah.
Okay.
Single one, because that took a lot longer than I thought it would have.
Yeah. I did also beat a game in February.
Oh,
I beat Metal Slug 3.
oh, nice.
Nice.
It was, I think it counts. I think you guys would give it to me as something that counts. I think we were being more hardcore, it wouldn't, because it's an arcade game. Metal Slug 3 was just one of the arcade ports to the Switch, so I beat it in one sitting. It took me like maybe an hour and a half, and I used
nice.
probably
That still counts.
1,000 credits, because it's like the insert coin thing, so yeah, I died a million times. But I beat it.
Still counts, man.
Yeah,
Still counts.
exactly.
Yep. So that was my February game. Nice, quick,
Nice.
and easy. That's the way I like my video games. Beatable
Nice.
in one sitting. All right, so we're end of Q1. Lex, what did you beat for March?
So one of them is not PG rated.
Okay.
It's called Galgun Returns,
Oh, man.
and
Okay.
I think that's on sale right now.
yeah, it's a rail shooter that you have to shoot pheromones at fellow students that run after you in a school,
Okay.
and that's the farthest I'll go with that one. The trailer will explain much more.
I don't think anyone should Google that if they are curious.
Yeah, it's not safe for work.
Okay.
But I
Okay,
was
so-
looking for something to beat that was currently already purchased by me. So I had I have a massive library of stuff to play around, and
Yeah.
I think March I was feeling like more anime-y in terms of
Okay.
gameplay.
Yep.
So I ended up picking up that game to play. And yeah, very not safe for work. But what the funny part is, they know that's a not safe for work game. So there's a literal button on your controller that if you press it, it's a pause button that goes into an 8-bit pause menu, and it looks like you're playing like a Final Fantasy game, and you're the hero.
Oh my god,
So
really?
I think it's called the Mom Walked In button.
That's so
So you press the button and it goes into like a 2D 8-bit style where the hero's like, I will save the world, and it's just like a screen for it. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Yeah.
Very clever.
Yeah, there was that one, and then the other game I beat was Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, you did.
Oh. That one is like a pretty big undertaking, isn't it?
Yeah, like when I say I beat it, it means like I had credit rolls.
Credit.
Okay.
Which is probably like, I don't know, gigs like maybe 20 hours in ish.
Yeah, I would say so. Like we both beat it within the first 2 weeks of release, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
so
was
that's
a
still-
very good game. That was an amazing game. Looking at my PlayStation 2025 wrap up, this is the number one game I played on PlayStation. I put in 172 hours in that game.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that was your number one
PlayStation
game.
Yeah.
Dang, okay.
It's
Monster
a lot
Hunter,
of
wow.
fun. Yeah, man. Monster Hunter is a lot of fun, especially when Lex and I were starting to play together and like grinding for armor parts and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the two of us and like beating up monsters. It's so
Yeah, it
fun.
gets sweaty. Yeah.
Yeah, mad sweaty.
And so you beat that one in March as well, Gigs?
Yeah, that was one of my March games as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you have any other ones, Lex?
Nope, those were the two.
Okay, so Gigs, which other ones did you get to?
Yeah, I only beat one more in March, and that was a game called Conscript. It's like a World War II themed Resident Evil, if that makes any sense. So classic.
More zombies?
Good grief.
No, so there's no zombies. It is very strictly a World War. I think it's World War II or World War One type game. World War One because there's gas warfare in it,
Okay.
and I think that was World War One. So
Okay.
the horror part of it or the terror part of the game is the war part of it. It's not zombies. It's that you're like a soldier.
Real life horror.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's still very tense, and there's still some pretty heavy themes, but yeah, it's the same style where you try and find like a key, and then you have to go to a door, and enemies are very, very hard. So you either have to decide to attack them or to try and run around them, and just yeah. So that kind of style, yeah.
Jeez, Gigs, I hope your April is looking like a little bit more uplifting. Goodness grief. Okay.
Yeah, you need some Galgun in your life. Oh my God.
I actually think I beat more games than I thought I did, because I actually did beat a March game also.
You beat Q1, man.
Yeah, I did a Q1. I beat Power Rangers Rita's Rewind in March. So that one was just like it's just a beat 'em up. I think it's, I don't know, someone may have to fact check me on this one, but I think it's the same developers as Marvel Cosmic Invasion and TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Mm-hmm. Because it's all...
Yeah, that pixel style, right? Where they're kind of stubby.
Devolver Digital?
I think it might be. I'm not 100% sure. But the animation, the gameplay, very tight, looks very similar to both of those, with some other elements too. Like there are some sequences in there where you're on your Power Ranger motorcycles, or where you're fighting Megazords and stuff. So it goes into like a different perspective when you're fighting as a Megazord. So it was cool. Not too difficult, just a few hours to beat that one. But I'm a sucker for like these beat 'em ups that are in the IPs that connect with me. Like I like beat 'em ups in general, but you have your classic Super Nintendo beat 'em ups where you're like, we're two cops cleaning the streets of Brooklyn or something, and it's like, okay, cool, it's a fun beat 'em up, but I don't relate to any of these things. But Power Rangers was definitely one that was pretty fun play, I think.
I feel like Battletoads is on your list at some point then.
I wish I could beat Battletoads. Battletoads is impossible to beat. Battletoads versus Double Dragon for the Super Nintendo is maybe one of the hardest games I've ever played.
Yeah, that one was really, really hard. Really fun, but really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, sorry. Second, Battletoads for the NES is legitimately impossible.
It's the bike section, right? Or the hover? Oh yeah, infamously hard.
Infamously hard. Okay, so we're in Q2 now. We're in April. So April, Gigs, what are you looking at for April?
I only beat one. I feel like I didn't have a whole lot of time in April. So a game that I beat was called Palindrome Syndrome. It's like a locked room. Locked rooms. Yeah. So it's like a video game version of that, and I beat it with my wife.
Oh, nice. Cool. So you were just like puzzling together on the screen. So like you would just talk through it with your wife locally?
Yep. So we were just chilling on the couch. I had it on the Steam Deck, and I'd show her. I'd be like, okay, this is the clue. These are the clues. All right, let's see if we can figure it out. And that was the April game.
Do you think that would be like a fun game for like Lex and his wife, or me and my wife kind of thing?
Oh, 100%. But I would say that I would only get them if you get them on like a deep sale. I don't know how much they are, but they're fairly short. And I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't pay like more than $10 for one of them.
Okay.
But I do believe they come in bundles or something like that. I honestly can't remember where I even got it. It might have been just like part of a Humble bundle.
Okay.
But yeah, they're fun,
nice.
But they are very, very short.
Okay.
Like a real locked room. Yeah.
Yeah. Palindrome Syndrome. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. All right, Lex, what does your April look like?
April, I went back to one of my games that I like to play, which was Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
So when you beat the game, it's just you beat the game as a regular level, and then when you beat it, you unlock what's called an Ascension level. So for April, I actually beat the Ascension level 4 for all 4 characters, which was a feat. Like I'm looking at my Nintendo app, and it says on April 11th, I played for 6 hours and 15 minutes of Slay the Spire.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they are. That's no
session.
joke. Ascension 3 is what I'm stuck on, and let's be Ascension 4. So
It was very, very difficult to beat it, but when you get the groove going, you get the groove going. And April 11th was a Friday, so right after work, I spent 6 hours grinding this game.
Wow!
And that was the first time I played it in April too. So that was the longer day, but I think I ended up beating it on what looks like the 26th of April for the last of it.
Nice. Okay. Slay the Spire. I did not beat anything in April, I don't think. There's a game in here where I can't remember what month. So I think it's a Q2 game, but I don't know if it was April, May, or June. So let's go over to May. Lex, kick us off with May.
May, I took a little break from the Slay the Spire, you know, like the kind of dark ones, like the Resident Evils and stuff. And I returned to the sequel of my March game. This game was called Galgun Double Peace.
oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah. After beating the first one, you're like, you know what? I wasn't satisfied with how that story ended. I'm going to Google what's going on in this game, and you're like, oh my goodness, they made a sequel. I'm going to have to see how the story ends. So, picked up that game about 8 years ago. And then started out.
Right.
And again, the story, the gameplay is identical. Or not the story, like the gameplay is identical. It actually got harder, but then there's different paths you can choose. And yeah, won't go too deep into that, but
Google.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I beat that one.
Okay, nice. All right, let's see what heavy games Gigs beat in May.
I'll start with the one that's not so heavy first. So I did another one of those escape room games with my wife.
Nice.
Okay.
This one, same developer, but this one was called Tested on Humans.
Okay.
I think the theme was just like you're in a lab. So, anyways, another puzzle game. But then my main May game was a fishing horror game called Dredge.
Did you say a fishing horror game?
Yes, that is, you heard me correctly. It is an
Caleb.
eldritch horror themed fishing game. Yes.
Okay.
It won I don't know if it won awards, but it was like highly reviewed, touted, whatever you want to say in the gaming sphere, I guess. It's really good.
Give like a quick overview on like because when you say fishing game, my brain goes to like Bass Simulator Pro 2025. And so when you're talking about a horror fishing game, like how does it work? Like what does the game play look like?
Okay, so you are basically just controlling a little boat the whole game, right?
Okay.
And you fish quite literally for different things. So like in most fishing games, when you drop your bait or whatever in a fishing spot, it's usually a little mini game involved so that you can actually catch the fish. And then the next part of it is you have to organize the fish that you catch in a grid, kind of like in Resident Evil 4, if you know the
like your
briefcase
inventory briefcase, yeah.
So, because the fish are different shapes. Sometimes there's crabs, sometimes there's eels, sometimes there's big ones, smaller ones. So you have to organize them in your cache or your boat. And then you go and sell them. You make money and you buy upgrades for your boat. Rinse and repeat. You get further and further out into the ocean. And what makes it kind of eldritch themed or horror themed is that there's a story that kind of unfolds as you fish, because you notice that some of the fish have growths or weird amounts of eyes or very evil, corruptible type features on fish. And there's a whole story behind it. It's hard to spoil, but it's also hard to explain. But in general, that is the gameplay loop. So you go out, fish, sell your fish, and you keep going, and you uncover more and more creepy stuff as you go. And then eventually there's a finale with horror stuff.
Okay.
And it's really, really good, especially for a fishing game.
Okay. Now, knowing my wife's affinity for fishing games that aren't fishing games, is this a game that you think she would like?
I don't know how she does with creepy things or things chasing you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the fishing part, the gameplay loop, the actual gameplay loop part of it is really fun. I liked it a lot. It's very relaxing.
Okay.
When there's not creepy stuff happening.
I feel like she could be into it. She really likes watching horror movies all the time. So her relaxing Sunday afternoon is throwing in a myriad of horror movies while she plays cozy games, which is, I mean, I don't know.
That's like perfect then. Cozy, but also horror. So yeah, Dredge.
So
Dredge. Really
Dredge.
good.
Okay, I'll have to recommend that to see if it's on sale now during one of the big sales that are happening right now.
More than likely, it's on sale. I think it's like 2 years old at this point. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All right. So we're end of H1 of 2025. We're in June now. Lex, what did you beat in June?
The Nintendo Switch 2 just came out in June, so of course the first game I beat was Mario Kart World.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Credits roll, like gold trophies everywhere, 3 stars everywhere.
You completed it.
Mandatory.
Nice.
But the thing is, it's Lex, so he probably aced it every single circuit or whatever it's called, Grand Prix.
No, it was actually insanely difficult to get the 3 stars on like the 150cc. Like it's actually really, really hard because you always get kind of like bummed over on the final lap by the CPUs. And the CPUs seem way smarter than in Mario Kart 8 as well. So there was a few times where I would rage quit. Yeah, there were a few times I rage quit straight up. They seem smarter. Like they have shortcuts. They're using the walls to drift. They know what's going on. And yeah, there's literally a couple times where I paused the game, exited, and then just left it because it's like the fourth final lap. It's like the fourth course final lap, and I get smoked right at the end by something dumb.
Oh
like a
no!
green
I
shell.
wonder what that feels like.
Yeah, Lex, I genuinely think we should look into seeing if there's a Mario Kart World Championships we can register you for, because I will come and I will fangirl for you, and I'll bring signs and stuff to cheer for you, but I genuinely want to enter you into a tournament because you are the best Mario Kart player I've ever seen. So we'll find something for 2026. All right, Gigs, what did you cap off your H1 with this year?
So I went back to horror stuff. So
No way.
Seriously.
Really?
What?
when I'm looking at my list, I'm actually surprised by like the games that I beat. It's crazy. Anyways, so the game that I beat in June was a game called Mouthwashing.
Sounds horrific, if I'm being honest.
just Google it. Look at what the cover of it, like the main marquee image of the game is.
Okay.
And you'll have a better idea. It's
Mouthwashing.
mouthwashing. For the listeners, if you don't want to Google it, the marquee image of it is literally an eyeball staring at you, a singular eyeball with like blood coming down from it.
Okay.
So, the name is mouthwashing, but it's relevant to the story in a way. But it is a very psychologically heavy, more thriller, but still kind of horror game.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many dentists out of 5 recommend this game?
All of the dead ones?
Ooh, dark.
Yeah, I had to keep the theme. I had to keep the theme going.
Mine, this was the one where I think this was in Q2. I don't remember particularly which month, but I know that I beat it at some point. This was Broforce. So
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised with how fun this game was and how bro-y and poking fun at itself, tongue-in-cheek, all of the characters' puns of variations of bro were so funny. And yeah, I think the gameplay is just like really fun. This is kind of my kind of style of game where I can just like jump in, do a few runs. The levels are short, the levels are fun. So Broforce, and I got it for like $1.25 or something like that. So easily worth the entire cost of that. So Broforce, I really had fun with that one.
Very nice. It's like an arcade game, right?
Yeah,
basically. Like the idea
Basically.
is like an arcade. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're in the second half of the year now. We're in July now. Gigs, start us off with July.
So July, no horror, but it was a long game. I beat a game called Resist X 1000 or Resist Times 1000. I don't know how you're supposed to say it.
Okay.
It's mostly a story game. There's not a whole lot of actual gameplay other than walking around. But it is a very beautiful game, if I were to give it a good adjective. The story is extremely sad and heart-wrenching, but it's also extremely mysterious and weird. It's incredibly hard to explain, but it's one of those games that really sticks with you after, in terms of its message. It's also written by and produced by a company out of Vancouver, I believe. So it's a fully Canadian game, I believe. And it's I think what made it very I had a bit of an attachment to it, and I think you guys would too, is that it is made by Asians. Like, so it's about Chinese people specifically that are going through, or there are themes about like the Chinese or Hong Kong Revolution, I believe it was. But they touch on it, and the family moves to Canada, to Toronto, and the game kind of has themes around that. But so we have this general understanding of it because we kind of come from a similar-ish background. So yeah, but beautiful game. Not particularly fun from a gameplay perspective, but if you're looking for like a good episodic type TV show-ish game, Resist Times 1000. I believe it's also won a bunch of awards. So
okay, so it's like playing through a TV show is kind of
it would be like you just like are plopped into a place and then you have to talk to a bunch of people. So gameplay wise, it's not very involved, but what kept me going was that I just wanted to know more and more about the mystery and like what it all means and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice. All right, Lex, what did you get in your July?
For July, this game I actually started in June, and I played just over 60 hours worth of it. It was a longer one. It's called Omega Labyrinth Life.
Okay.
Rude. Gigs.
So I forgot that this was July. Sorry, I knew it was coming. I just didn't know it was July.
Okay, Gigs, well, you gotta fill us in. What's
No. I know I'm not filling you in. This is Lex's game.
Okay, Lex, you fill us in. What's Gigs having a laugh about here?
So, it's not a safe for work game. That's what I'll.
Okay.
That's all I'll tell you first. But all fan service and things aside, the gameplay is actually very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unironically, it's good.
I will caveat that there is a lot of fan service, like mandatory, critical to the game itself fan service. So if people
what do you
aren't
mean by
big fans,
fan service?
like very like the animes where they get very gratuitous, I guess.
Okay.
It's like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's mandatory to like level up your character and make them stronger for you to do that. But the gameplay itself is actually very good. It's a what's it called, Gigs? Like a dungeon.
It's actually, so this is where roguelike or roguelite comes from, it's one of those games. It's an old school dungeon crawler.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's so good that I'm looking at my gameplay time. In the last little bit of the game, my last 3 days of playing it, I played it for 2.5 hours on a Friday, and then 6 hours and 45 minutes on a Saturday, and then my last day was 8 hours and 45 minutes.
Whoa.
That's gameplay
So
in a
really-
day.
Yeah.
It really gripped you, it sounds like.
Yeah, well, because so the way these work is when you lose in a dungeon, you lose everything. Like, you lose all your items that you've accumulated throughout the game itself. So, let's say you had, like, your favorite sword from, like, the first couple hours of the game. And at the end of near the end of the game, you lose the dungeon, you lose that sword that you've been using the entire game, basically. And there's no save points either. And the last dungeon, I think, is 100 levels. So if you lose anywhere between that dungeon, not only do you lose all your items, you have to restart that dungeon.
Okay.
And that last dungeon took me maybe 4.5 hours easily to get to the end, and it was just very sweaty because the boss was extremely hard. And if I lost that, I don't think I would have had the heart to play that entire dungeon again because it was so difficult. But I was like so close to beating it.
Wow.
I think it's on sale. It was like 80% off.
Legitimately a good game, actually.
Yeah.
So I started playing it too. So
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So that's also why I was laughing, because I'm sharing in the experience.
Okay.
Yeah. So I never beat it though. I kind of got stuck, and then my ADD kicked in, and I moved on to other things. But it's still on my Steam Deck, and I still plan to beat it at some point. But yeah, Lex is not joking when he says that it's actually a good game.
It's
fun game, but beware if you're Googling it. So not safe for work game.
Like, if you Google it, you're fine. Like, the actual gameplay is where it, like, gets very gratuitous.
Okay.
Which is funny. I have no shame. So I played this on the TV with my wife in their house at, like, full volume. So you can hear, like, the noises. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm leveling up my character right now. Like, I can't beat this without leveling her up. So leave me alone.
Okay. Now, I don't know if this game, for my July game, I might have the timing off. I actually might even have the year off. Did we beat Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate this year? Or was that last year?
Ooh. That was this year.
That must have been this year, yeah. I didn't take a screenshot of it.
Yeah, I thought for some reason that was the summertime, so I had that as maybe it was July, August-ish.
Oh
but
my god. We beat it in November 2024.
Oh my,
Okay.
It was a last year game.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, so that I'm about a year off almost. Okay, so I didn't beat a game for July then.
Dang. Why does it feel like it was in the summer though? Like, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so we'll skip over that then. That doesn't count. That was an entirely different year and a different season. So we are rolling into August of 2025 now. Gigs, what did you hit up in August?
So August, I beat 5 games. 4 of them are Mega Man 1 through 4. So the originals. So Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, Mega Man 4. And then one horror RPG called Skald. Skald. I think it's called Order of the Black Priory or something like that. Extremely good. So it's like a tabletop Dungeons and Dragons type game, simplified, but in like the 16-bit graphic style. And it's I love the hell out of it. It was really, really good. Nice. I would recommend it to anybody that likes tactical RPGs.
Tactical RPGs. Okay, nice. Good round of Mega Man in there. Nice. Lex, what did you do in August?
August was a little bit more chaotic for me, so I only beat one game that I've beaten before, and that was Mega Man X.
Yeah. In your 30-minute run.
Yeah, I think it only took me 44 minutes or something like that.
Get out of here.
I can
Get
pull it
out
up.
of here with that. I spent at least 44 minutes trying to get the Hadouken. So,
Oh no.
unbelievable.
I don't think I died, to be honest.
Yeah. I feel infuriated right now, but I want to take a little detour from our game progression here because August was a big month for us as well because we went to EVO in August. So
Yeah.
that was the first week of August. We went to Las Vegas. If you have not listened to our EVO episode, we did that a couple months ago. It was one of the first episodes that we did. So jump back and listen to our EVO 2025 episode. But that was a big milestone moment for us at the Triple XP Arcade because it was the first time that we ever got to compete in like a full proper EVO tournament. That was our first time going down to Vegas together, and that was a ton of fun. That's gonna be like a core memory. I'm gonna be bragging about that for maybe the rest of my life. That I got a chance to play at EVO. Right?
Yeah.
It was super fun. I put the Evo hat on my door because it's like,
Oh,
yeah, I just want to put like the Evo stuff up. I'm still working on little display cases and stuff, but it'll all go up someday.
we talked about this when we were still on the EVO high, but Gigs, you still down to get EVO tattoos with me?
Oh, tattoos? Yeah, I would. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Nice. Lex, face tattoo, EVO,
TBD.
Tattoo.
TBD. Okay.
Eyeball or face.
Eyeball or it took me like a second to process that, but oh my goodness.
I mean, my face is already full of tattoos, so I have to find a spot for it, you know?
Oh,
That's right.
true.
Between the
That's
teardrops and spider webs and stuff like that on
Yeah.
your face. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really huge month for us there. And if I'm not mistaken, August was also the launch of the Triple XP Arcade podcast. Was it not?
Whoa, was
Was it actually August? I think it was.
Holy smokes.
I believe that was the end of August where we released our first episode.
That's.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I was in
Wow.
town and we recorded our first one in person.
Yeah. So huge
Whoa.
milestone for the Triple XP Arcade in that we started the Triple XP Arcade podcast. Sponsor us, Triple XP Arcade. Or wait.
I'm on it.
Okay,
I just
nice.
sent money.
All right. Yeah, so really, that kind of ties into the hecticness of August amongst other big milestones happening. But yeah, really huge month for us. So moving over to September, we're getting close to the end of the year here. What happened in September?
Yeah, so for September, I actually beat 5 games. I was still on the Mega Man X high, so I beat Mega Man X2, X3, X4, X5, and X6.
Oh my gosh, it makes me so angry.
I actually don't think I ever played or beat X5 and X6 when I was running it through. Because I remember
really?
X2 and 3 for sure. X4, I remember it because it was the PlayStation when it was first launched. And
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually played it and beat it back then. Like, I played it, but I don't
did.
think I beat it.
Really? I thought we beat it like. I thought I played your copy of it.
I didn't own it on the PlayStation. I had it on PC. oddly
Yeah.
enough.
That's the one that I'm talking
Okay,
about.
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember beating that one. And then X5 and 6 for sure I didn't beat. But I think the really frustrating thing in the later ones is they start holding your hand a lot. And then not only that, but it becomes like an unfair game at some points. Like it's just bullet hell. And it just actually gets irritating. It's not fun. Which is unfortunate because I love the Mega Man X games. And you can see, like, playing them back to back, they start to dwindle further and further from what their original recipe was.
Yeah, they went from that kind of Metroid slower, more exploring
Like skill,
type.
like you needed
Yeah.
skill in X 1, 2, 3, a little bit of 4, 5, and 6 is just like it's pure like luck at some points of the stage.
Oh,
So it's kind of just annoying at that point. Yeah,
That's how I feel about Mega Man X2 through all of them. Wow, okay, so you ran through the entire X series.
Missing 7 and 8. That's when they went 3D.
There's a
Yeah.
7 and 8
Yeah.
still. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, so you ran through all of the 2D
Yeah,
Mega
all
Man
2D
X
ones
series.
completed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, really busy September for you. Gigs, how about you? What did your September look like?
September, I beat Mega Man X because you guys had all beaten it. I had to join in on the fun. That took me
3 weeks.
And then I went back on the horror train again. So I beat 2 horror games in September. One of them was called The Last Report. That was a really short one. It was kind of like, do you guys remember that game Papers, Please? Did you ever play that one? Yeah.
I've
so it's
heard of
kinda-
it or seen it, yeah.
Yeah. So The Last Report was kind of like a slightly scary, horrorized version of Papers, Please. Pretty short. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was great.
Okay.
But the other one that I really, really enjoyed in September was a game called Look Outside. I think I might have mentioned this in one of our Halloween episodes. Yeah, Look Outside was like a RPG Maker type game that somebody made, but it's extremely well done. The art direction's amazing, and all of the weird and creepy stuff is right up my alley. Like that, it's like peak weird and creepy. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed that one. So
Nice. Okay. Well, we're rolling into October now, and typically I would say, all right, let's see what horror games you all beat. But Gigs, you've been riding the horror train for most of this year, it sounds like.
yeah, I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah, so what did your October look like? We're in the last quarter of the year now.
Yeah, so October, I'm looking at my list here. I beat 5. So
Okay.
let's start with the non-horror game, Mega Man X2. So I just beat that
Yeah.
one.
Naturally, rub it in my face, of course.
Of course. That one did take me a while, though, because my memory isn't as good for X2, so I had to kind of go back to stages a lot more and try and find the collectibles.
I think that one took me like an hour and 20, maybe. So yeah, definitely almost double the length of Mega Man X. Drew, how about
Lex, you're not you're not allowed to talk about Mega Man ever again after this episode. Maybe I feel so bad about myself. I think I'm in progress of X2 since March, I think.
Well, that's why he's Mega Man Lex. You know?
That's true. That is true. You got to go with your namesake.
Exactly. And then, going on to the actual horror games that I beat. I beat a game called Nightmare of Decay, which was a little indie Resident Evil clone in the first person. It was kind of cute. It was neat. It was more of like an homage to Resident Evil than anything. A game called Zero Protocol, which was, again, like a Resident Evil clone set in a more futuristic bunker type setting.
Okay.
I beat this really cute game, which is a weird thing to say for a horror game, but it was called Little Nightmares. And Lex was actually the one that told me about it. So
Yeah. I've seen
shout
that
out to
on
Lex.
sale a few times.
Yeah, it looks
It's
too
good,
scary.
though?
it is okay. So I would say it's creepy, not scary. Like there's no jump scares, but there's some weird and disturbing things that happen for sure.
Okay.
And it's more like a platformer than it. Like you're not fighting. It's just platforming and stealth. You know, you have to like try and get away from. Things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the last one is a game that I mentioned in our Halloween episode, or one of our Halloween episodes, which is a very, very short roguelike type game called No Skin. Yeah, that one I really, really enjoyed. It's weird, creepy, and very, very simple. And it's just like very, very short runs with RPG, like classic JRPG fight, run, item, gameplay. So, yeah, that was my October.
Nice.
Busy October. Yeah. How about you, Lex? What did your October go?
Just one game. I think this is the longest game I played this year with 180 hours.
Whoa.
It just came out in September, I believe. It's Hades 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is a very, very good game. I really wish it won Game of the Year at the Game Awards, because I full-heartedly believe the developers deserved the Game of the Year, but it was up against some crazy up and runners there, like Clear Obscure and everything there.
Yeah, that's one of the games that I will play someday.
So, Lex, it sounds like you liked Hades 2 better than the first one.
Significantly. I never beat the first one. I beat the game once, the first one, and then you know how you have to beat it like multiple times to get the proper ending. I never ended up doing that because I don't know what it was about the first one. I just couldn't get into it, but for some reason this one, I like the main character more. I like the story a lot more. The gameplay seems more crisp. The voice acting, my goodness, the voice acting is fantastic in that game.
Insane, right?
Yeah, so good. Like, some of the voices, I can see them being like other characters in other games that'd be like perfect fits in general. Like Melinoe, I feel like she would be a perfect voice for Zelda. As the character.
Okay.
Yeah, she has a very good voice, which is not what I expected when I saw her character
design.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like a little bit more rugged and like brute-ish, I guess. But it's very like. Yeah. This is like very proper, like a god, basically. So very, very good game. Once you beat the game, there's so much more you can do in the game, and that's where I'm currently stuck at because the difficulty spike is aggressive, and it's just been pure losses.
There's things like Ascension, right, where it's like you amp up the difficulty for more.
Yeah,
rewards.
They're called fear.
Fear.
Yeah, you add fear to your runs, and it gets so much harder in general. Like, the one I'm running to right now, it's 32 fears, so each of the fears is something that makes the game harder. So, for example, I can't heal at all. Like, no hearts will heal me. More bosses spawn. More enemies will spawn. Enemies are 2 times faster. All that stuff there. Yeah, it gets aggressively hard.
Yeah. I will piggyback off of you as we transition into November, because Hades 2 was the game that I beat in November.
Yeah, you did.
Nice.
Yeah. And I will say, Hades 2, like the post-game content of Hades 2, it feels way more robust than the first one, because I did beat the first one, and I finished all of the runs to get the proper true ending, and they still have all of these extra things that you're saying, Gigs, like the Ascension equivalents of like making it more difficult, like do some post runs. But I was just for the first one, after I beat the game, I was feeling like I was good with it, so I put it away, and I have honestly not booted it up since then. Versus Hades 2, I've beat the game, but I know that there's still so much, like the credits roll, and I'm thinking, I thought, wait, did I beat the game? Because there's still so much I have to do still. So it's kind of nice having that feeling of knowing that you beat the game, you have an ending, but there's still so much more to do in the game. So it's nice that I can just revisit and pop in Hades 2, do a run here and there whenever you feel it, because the gameplay is really tight. Hey, Lex?
Yeah, it really is. I had a couple coworkers who play it as well, like as if anything more than me, like they're even better at it. And it's fun just coming into the office and asking them, like, how did your run go? What did you choose? What were your boons? What weapon did you go? Like, it's kind of like the playground talk. Like, you're excited to go back and talk to them. Like, how'd you do? What'd you do? How did you do this? And that's actually how I beat the Surface, when one of my colleagues had suggested one of, like, Cellini's upgrades, like the moon. And I chose that one, and it helped me in my run significantly. But then I tried it in the next run, and I'm like, oh my god, this is a crutch to me now. This doesn't help at all.
Yeah, it feels very, like, the people will say, no run ever feels the same, but I found that in Hades 2, it's, like, very true. Each run feels way different than the other, so really good game. Yeah. Nice. While we're cruising into November, Lex, why don't you keep going? What did you do in November?
November, I beat 3 games. The first one was Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, in preparation for Age of Imprisonment coming out in December there. Okay. And I beat 2 Metroid games I've never beaten before, and I'm like a huge Metroid fan, first of all, so I'm actually shocked I never played these, but I think because it was just too scary back in the day. Metroid's always scary.
Okay.
Gigs, I hear you laughing. Don't you dare.
I didn't say anything.
I heard it. I heard you laughing in your mind. But I beat Metroid Zero Mission, which is the remake of the first Metroid on the NES, and then I beat Metroid Fusion, which is before Metroid Dread, the latest 2D Metroid there was, and that was on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is wild because the time frame between Metroid games is so vast.
I think it's like 20 years.
Yeah,
that
that
right?
just when Lex told me that, I was like shocked. I'm like, Metroid Fusion was the last one.
Yeah.
Game Boy Advance. That's crazy.
Wow. Nice. Okay. All right, Gigs, how about you? We're almost at the end here. What's your November?
I beat 2 Mega Man games. I beat Mega Man X3. Which that honestly X3 did take me a while.
Okay.
Because my memory of it is the worst of all of the Mega Mans, and I forgot where a lot of the extra power-ups were. I did manage to collect everything by the end, but yeah.
So for our listeners, you see what's happening here, right? These two heard how much I struggled playing X and then trying to beat X2, and then they thought, oh, let's dedicate the second half of 2025 to show Drew how easy it is to beat these X games, knowing that he full well can't beat X2. So thank you for that. You're also not allowed to speak about Mega Man after this episode.
Okay. Well, then I gotta squeeze out the last game for November, which was Mega Man Legends.
Yeah, nice.
That one's acceptable.
Yeah, that one
I've not played Legends.
It's really good, but I will say it is dated. It is very dated.
Yeah.
The control scheme is very uncomfortable to play. But
So it doesn't hold up.
No, I would say Legends 2 is more fun, and you're not missing too much by skipping out on the first Mega Man Legends, in my opinion. It's kind of a chore to play, but it was very cute and very fun, and it was very nostalgic, but yeah.
Nice. All right. So that brings us to this month. We're in December. What have we beaten in December? Let's start with you, Lex.
I actually haven't beaten anything yet, but I plan to fully beat Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. That just came out earlier in December. I waited 7 or 8 years for this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I remember you absolutely adoring Metroid
The Prime series, yeah. It's one of my favorite franchises.
It's crazy that they're only releasing the 4th one now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's another 20-year gap from Corruption to now. Very, very good game, so I'd highly recommend that. But I'll definitely be beating that this week, if anything.
Nice.
And then Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy III American version. I actually played that in December of last year. And so, for context, it's one of my favorite games, watching Gigs and my brother and my cousins play it way back when it came out. But I actually never beat this game before, nor have I played it properly before. So I'm super excited. I started it in December of last year, but at the midpoint of the game, when the world changes, Celes, the main character, wakes up 1 year later, so I decided to wait 1 year later to continue my story with it. So that's the one I'll be beating this month.
I actually have a story about why I've never beat Final Fantasy III. So you mentioned, Lex, you remember when Gigs and our cousins were playing it, and your brother when we were younger. Yeah. I don't know if you know this, Gigs, actually. So I was playing Final Fantasy III with one of our cousins, and we were playing it with the intention of playing it straight through. Like, beat the game.
Yeah, I know the story. Yeah.
And then, so we made it through, like, I think halfway through the game. I think we made it to when the world changes in that run. And then that cousin popped over to Gigs's and then beat the game with Gigs. Finished the rest of the game. And I was heartbroken. And because we put in, I remember spending several days, afternoons after school, grinding and playing through it with him. But he went and finished the game off with Gigs, and so since then I've never played Final Fantasy 3 again.
Ooh.
I've never booted it up since I was like, what was it, like 12 or something?
Yeah, we were really young because my memory of that was I didn't even know what game it was. Like he just gave me the controller and I was just like watching for most of it and just like hanging
What
out.
makes it more heartbreaking?
Yeah.
You didn't even know.
Yeah, because I would have been like 10 or something like that. So it's like I didn't even know what an RPG was and like what you were supposed to do. And so I just kind of like mostly just hung out and watched.
Yeah. So I would love to beat it again, but I just haven't brought myself to revisit.
Yeah. You know, in the story itself of Final Fantasy 3/6, Kefka poisons the water in the to like kind of win, and that was very, very evil. I feel like that's less evil than what happened to you, Jordan.
Yes. It was diabolical what our cousin did to me. Honestly, this is going to sound dramatic, but to be honest, that was very close to ruining RPG experiences for me for life. It's between that experience and losing all of my save progress for Final Fantasy VII. So Final Fantasy VII has mostly put me, like, I mean, they're fantastic games, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the Final Fantasy games have put me off of playing RPGs for pretty much my entire life.
Oh man.
Okay, I need to take a breather. Let's switch. Gigs, what did you do? What did you beat in December?
Okay, so far I've beaten 2, but there's one more that I'm really hoping I can finish before the end of the year. The 2 that I beat, the first one's called Techno Babylon, and it's a old school point and click type game.
Okay.
So it's more just you're like in a room and you have clues and you just figure out what to do in the room and you just progress the story. The story is really cool. It's futuristic, cyberpunky type story. Pretty interesting. It was like a mystery and they just kind of go into it. And then the other game that I beat was Evil Tonight, which was it's a pretty cute anime styled Resident Evil clone. So like, I played a lot of those. But
a lot of Resident Evil clones.
I love those kind of games. I don't know what it is, but they just really scratch an itch. But yeah, it's like it looks like Chrono Trigger. So like the SNES style 32-bit anime type game. But it's you're running around like a mansion finding keys and stuff like that. There are no zombies, but the enemies are like dolls and like one-eyed bat creatures and stuff. So it's not like scary, but it is pretty fun. And the last game that I'm hoping to finish is a game that I've put like 200 hours in the past few months. Ooh. It is so long, but it's Pathfinder Kingmaker, which is a D&D type game. So Pathfinder is, for the other nerds that would know, it's Pathfinder is D&D 3.5 edition or 3.5e. And so Pathfinder Kingmaker is based off the Pathfinder engine, which is D&D 3.5. And it's a really long game. Like, I heard it was long when I was getting into it, but it is very long. And I'm so close to the end. I think I'm on the final, like, couple hours here. So
you think you're going to cap it off in 2025?
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
That's the hope.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you both saving this one for me so that I can claim one for December. Unless you both forgot because it was inconsequential to the progress.
No, I have it on my list, but I had a feeling you can take this one.
You needed to throw one in there for yourself.
Yeah. We beat Marvel Cosmic Invasion this month in December. We did a local couch co-op. We played it all on one system together, literally on a couch together. Gigs had a nice arcade stick going on. Lex was using a nice Super Nintendo controller. Beat 'em up. Marvel beat 'em up. You can't go wrong with that. That brings me back to the days where we played X-Men in the arcade or Captain America and the Avengers. And so Marvel Cosmic Invasion was really fun. And I think it's like what I was saying. It's just I connect with the IP. So I have not gone back and played some of the other beat 'em ups that I've played in the past. Like I've never touched Metal Slug 3. I know that's not a beat 'em up, but I've never touched Metal Slug 3 after I beat it. But just to boot up Cosmic Invasion and be able to play as Captain America and just punch a bunch of things, I feel like this is one that I can play to scratch that lack of Marvel Ultimate Alliance itch that I always have all the time.
How many credits did you use, Drew, in the run?
I used one. I beat it on one coin. How about you, Lex?
Yeah, definitely. Me too. One coin. One credit. One coin. Gigs?
Gigs?
Combo breaker.
I used 4.
Ooh, 4?
I think,
Dang,
it was, I tried 4 teams, right? So that's 4 credits.
You used all of our monies.
I don't understand what I was doing wrong.
Use the quarters we needed to call the wives to pick us up.
Yeah. The payphone quarters.
Oh, yeah. So there you go. So Lex and I are way better at that game than Gigs is.
Oh, yeah,
But
easily.
There's very few things that we can say that about. So. All right, so that's a full year of game completions. Really well done, you two. You did extra credit. You've beaten way more than 12, which is awesome. So as we're wrapping up here, now that we know all of the games that we've beaten, I have 2 last questions just for us to throw in. I guess the first one is, I know you answered this already, Lex, but what game did you spend most of your time on this year? So if there was a game that you didn't necessarily beat, but is just recurring, you just kept coming back to it, you kept playing it throughout the year, what was that for you, Gigs?
For me, it's a toss-up between Street Fighter 6 and Pathfinder Kingmaker. Yeah, I'm not sure which is actually taken more. Like I played a lot of Street Fighter leading up to Evo, but I kind of dropped off after, right? So yeah, I think I may have mentioned that I haven't really touched it too much since Sea Viper was released, but
yeah,
that's because all my time went straight into Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
Just to try and get it through to 2025. Yeah,
nice. How about you, Lex?
I think it was honestly Hades 2. I'm looking on my list. There's some days that I played 9 hours plus of that game.
Oh wow!
On like a Tuesday, so not even like after work I played till like past midnight, and then I woke up and then continued work. But
oh my gosh!
A fun little tidbit is I'm looking at my PlayStation Wrapped, the PlayStation Wrap Up. The game I played the least was Baldur's Gate 3 at 5 hours. At 5 hour mark is when you cap out your inventory. Which
nice. That's where you hit the limit.
Yeah. 5 hours.
If our listeners have not listened to it, listen to our Pet Peeves episode, and you'll hear why Lex has only put in 5 hours of Baldur's Gate 3.
It's a game of the year too, which is shocking.
For me, there wasn't even a contest. The game that I spent the most time on was Street Fighter 6 this year. Very similar to what Giggs was saying. I committed a lot of time prior to EVO, practicing, training. This was... I mentioned this in a previous episode, but I have never made it to any master level in Street Fighter 5 or 4 or anything like that. I was actually quite bad at those ones. But something clicked with Street Fighter 6, and I hit Master right before EVO with 2 characters, Mai and Elena. And after EVO, I just kept going. I just kept going to try and get more characters to Master. And so I'm revisiting some of the ones where I did an initial ranking when it first came out and I placed gold or something like that. So I'm getting some of those characters up to Master. So when Sea Viper came out, I got Sea Viper to Master right away. And right now I'm currently working on Ryu. because classic Ryu, I don't know why I didn't pick him up initially, but he's just really fun to play. So I thought, man, why not get him to master? So I spend a lot of time that's kind of I mentioned this in our last episode, but that's kind of my cozy game vibe too. I like just throwing on Street Fighter while I put on a movie or a TV show and just grinding out some ranked points, I guess.
Nice.
Is relaxing to me.
That's relaxing? That's crazy.
I guess maybe not the ranked experience. I guess maybe if I'm playing casual, it's more relaxing because when I play ranked, I tell my wife not to talk to me.
Oh no!
We're sitting in the same room. We're watching a show together, and I'll tell her, okay, I'm playing ranked now, so you have to save your questions or comments for in between rounds because I get hyper focused and then. There's been times, I mean, you know how it goes, Gigs, right? There's been times where I'm in a really intense ranked match and she'll ask me a question or she'll just say something out loud and it totally derails my like mental stack, and then I get like just crushed and then I'll be like, oh, you can't talk to me while I'm playing ranked. So sorry, Kaylin. Thank you for your patience. All right, so the last question for 2025, what has been your favorite game this year that you've played? I know that's kind of a hard question because I'm not making you pick one. If you have a handful, go for it. But I just want to know from your personal tastes, from your perspective, what's your favorite game that you popped in 2025? Let's start with you, Lex.
Well, it's got to be the Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. That one held up. It continued to hold up, and it was a fantastic remake or remaster or whatever they call it there, but amazing. I would follow that to Hades 2 as a very close second place there. Very, very close. And then, to be completely honest with you, Omega Labyrinth Life is number 3.
It was.
Top 3!
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Prime 4 will hit the top 3 as I beat, because it's getting extremely interesting now, so... sorry, Omega Labyrinth, but that might get shoved down to the bottom 3 there.
We'll have to do a follow up in January to see if it takes that top 3 spot. Nice. All right, Gigs, how about you?
Mine's a toss up, I think, between the Resident Evil 4 remake. That's, I think, number 2 on the Resident Evil tier list. I think the Resident Evil 2 remake is still better, but Resident Evil 4 remake is really, really good. Or actually the game that I'm still struggling with, which is Pathfinder Kingmaker. It is long, yes, but it has been a really engaging game for me to kind of do my own whole D&D campaign through this Pathfinder game has been really fun for me. So
nice.
Yeah.
So even though it's a bit of a grind, it's as long as it's fun each time you're booting it up, right? That's the goal.
Yep.
For me, mine's pretty low tech, low key, I guess I can say. I think Broforce was definitely one of my favorite games this year. I know it's not released this year, but I didn't discover it until this year, so that's definitely up there for me. And then just from I'm a real Marvel fanboy. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is in the top for me because I am itching for the day they release Marvel Ultimate Alliance 4. So until then, I will keep chipping at Cosmic Invasion to scratch my Marvel itch.
Nice.
All right, folks. That's a wrap for us this week on the Triple XP Arcade. We always love hanging out with you in the party, so please leave a comment below and let us know what games you beat this year and what your favorite game of the year is. And actually, I'd love to know what you're all spending most of your time playing in 2025. Be sure to follow us on socials so you don't miss a drop with new episode releases every single Friday. We're going to be starting 2026 next week already. That's so crazy. So until then, game on, stay nerdy, and remember, you always level up faster at the Triple XP Arcade.
September, I beat Mega Man X because you guys had all beaten it. I had to join in on the fun. That took me, like 45 minutes, something like that, an hour. And then
I'm gonna edit this out, and I'm gonna voice over. So it's gonna be Giggs' voice saying it took me, and then my voice jumping in 3 weeks.
Oh man.